Good morning, my lovely, lovely Libras, cross watchers, and channel fans. I hope you guys are all happy, healthy, and having some fun. It's Laurie, and I'm going to do an uplifting reading all about you. Hey, who are we going to focus on today? All right. What is something truly magical about you? The Two of Wands. Two of Spirals, Two of Wands. You have an empty nest, but you are still feeling very abundant. You still open the door to your home daily. I'm hearing you basically have a community house. You are the house where everybody loves to go to because you've got such a loving, doting, caring energy about you. And this can be you and your partner, or just you by yourself, or you and your children have a beautiful, welcoming environment. Really, really like this. I'm hearing nobody ever feels like they don't have a home. Really love this energy. Beautiful. And I think this stems from you not having a place that you felt comfortable when you were younger. Or maybe you did. Some of you did. But I'm getting more of you than not actually didn't really have a place that you could go to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel cared for, to relax, have fun, just be yourself without being judged, okay? Others of you, you did have that growing up, and you wanted to share that because you see that our world does not offer that to everyone. So you may, and my first image was of young people filling the home, like you're inviting in young people, but it's not just young people, it's everyone. Your home is almost like a church. I mean, that's the image that I'm getting here for a lot of you, is that your home is a sanctuary. It's a place of a lot of different activities. Like I'm seeing games being played, meals being shared, garage sales on the lawn. I'm seeing a lot of different activities where everybody is included. And this is not just the people that live in this house. These are friends, these are youngsters, these are older people, and they don't come from just your neighborhood either. They're coming from different geographics around your community. So you have a very open door policy at your house. Very nice, very loving, caring, abundant. Yes, welcoming. Incredible energy there. I absolutely love that. I wish we had more places like this. Unfortunately, we're building community centers instead of opening our own homes, okay? We're still, the community centers are great, but if they're not part of who we are day in and day out as the person hosting it, okay? So it's just too clinical. It doesn't have those warm hugs. It doesn't have that pat on the back. It doesn't have the youngsters playing with each other. It also doesn't have the elderly people sharing with the younger people and the younger people enjoying older people. Young people love older people. They absolutely adore older people. They think they're cool. They've got so much knowledge. It's those in-between years, those 20s to 40s, where we think that older people don't have any knowledge, that they're no benefit to us. And also the same thing with children. Okay, if they aren't our own children, there's nothing beneficial from having about children. But that's not the case, okay? Children are wonderful all the time, so are adults, older adults, mature adults, elders, as they should be called and addressed, because they are elder with a lot of knowledge and wisdom. You recognize that, and you know the benefits that having a diverse community, family connection like this has. The benefit for everybody involved. It's wonderful. What have you accomplished in the past that you should be really proud of? Some of you may have had a very bad temper, okay, because you didn't live in the best environment. You were not raised in the best of circumstances, and you overcame this. challenge of controlling your emotions. It doesn't even have to be anger. It could just be bouts of crying, not feeling listened to. This is exactly what this boils down to. This is what you overcame. A lot of you did not have that place to call home, to feel safe, to feel secure. But you found that place within yourself and decided to show other people how they could find that within themselves and through communicating with others. That's beautiful. And now you are very loyal. You're very trusting. You help others transform their lives. You show them the abundance. Yeah, you definitely overcame a lot of trials here. And most of it's emotional, okay? Not all of it. You had a lot of trials. But most of it is emotional. So you're good now. You learned how to temper your emotions, I guess is how to put it. You're not bottling your emotions up. No, if you feel angry, you look at yourself and you look at that anger and you're asking yourself, why do I feel angry? Okay, how can I get rid of this anger? Why do I feel angry? Once we know why we're triggered, then we can say, oh, well, that's pretty stupid. Or, oh, that's my ego stepping in there. Okay, so you've learned to let these things go. All right, you face your emotions. Why am I crying? Why am I so upset? Why am I hurt by this? Okay. Once you look at it and you realize why, then you can say, okay, well, that's valid. Yes, okay, that's a good reason to be angry or be sad. However, that's not how you want to be. Okay, so you're learning what you can do to alleviate those emotions. And you did this in the past. That was something that you overcame. And a lot of us never reach this point. I will say that this has become so difficult in our society of me, reality TV. It's everyone else is stupid except for me. It's very, very hard to keep an even footing in life, okay? To understand that we don't have to be in the drama, that we can overcome and be abundant, and we can deal with our emotions. People don't deal with their emotions. They just react. Everybody's just reacting. So, all right, that's something you've overcome, and you should be proud of it. That's something you accomplished, and you should be proud of it. What impact do you have on the people around you? You put an end to the sorrows, okay? You don't let people be sad. You comfort people. You show them their strengths. You show them the lessons that they've learned in a very healing, caring, kind, gentle manner, just like a guardian angel would do. So you are definitely somebody who helps other people heal. Okay, you heal yourself, don't get me wrong. But I'm also hearing here too that you will lose sleep to stay up with somebody if something happens and they need comforting. You are there. You are there. It doesn't matter when, where, how, or why. You are there. And that's the type of home that you have. Okay, and your door is always open, and people do show up in the middle of the night. Teenagers especially, 20-somethings that are really lost, confused, maybe only temporarily, or maybe they've been on a path for a while and now they're coming back to you. I do see people, some teenagers and 20-somethings coming back to you to get advice, to get that comfort, to say, I really messed up. How do I heal from this? And you show them the way. You're good at that. You're very good at that. You've got a very loving, warm heart. Absolutely love this. What's another talent or skill that you have that we should know about? You just turn the Lover's card here, okay? And the first and foremost thing about the Lover's card is about healthy choices. Being whole within yourself, having healthy boundaries, having standards, knowing who you are and standing in your integrity, your authenticity. And a lot of people never get to this point. And here you are, you're showing people how to do that through example. But you're not just example. I mean, that's the first place. That's the best role model. The role model that doesn't have to tell you anything. You can see it through their actions. You can see it through their words while they deal with other people. How do they treat the people around them? Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, beautiful talent here to help people find their wholeness within themselves. Make healthy choices. Feel aligned with themselves and everyone else around them. Okay. We all have deep, dark secrets. We just read this in yesterday's message. I think it was yesterday's. About how we have deep, dark secrets. And we always think that nobody else has anything like that. Baloney. Absolute baloney. Okay. We all have those deep, dark secrets. And once we bring them out into the light of day and we talk about them, then we realize we're not alone. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about broadcasting it over, Facebook or anything like that. I'm talking about finding that person that will listen to you, just, talk to you now and hear you out and understand where you're coming from. And then you can't realize that you're not the only person that's gone through this if all you want to do is talk. You have to be willing to listen to the person, okay, that you've gone to. You went to them because you needed somebody to talk to, but you can't just talk at a person. You have to be willing to accept the guidance, okay? How will you know that other people went through this if that person doesn't share with you that knowledge? You don't. You have no way of knowing that. You can make your assumptions, but unless this person actually says to you, I've been through something similar, or that's really not that bad. I've been there. I've known other people that have been there. Then you don't have any way of dealing with it. So when we need somebody to reach out to, yes, we just want to be comforted. And a lot of times that's okay. But if you've got questions and you don't know how to do something and you're expressing that you don't know how to do something, then you are actually asking for advice. And you need to be quiet and let that advice go in. Okay, take that advice in. Doesn't mean you have to implement that advice. Keep that in mind. Listening to what somebody else has to say is beneficial to you because you get to decide whether you want to keep that information or let it go. Okay? That's how we make healthy choices. All right. What do you do right now that you should never, ever, ever stop doing? The 10 of Pentacles. That is knowing that you are building something beautiful here. That you are not only affecting your future, you are affecting other people's, but this definitely benefits you. It benefits other people. It benefits the community. It's a beautiful symbiotic relationship here. Okay, look at the connections with this 10 of Pentacles. Look at the intertwined with her hair and the tree branches and the crystals coming up from her feet, okay? It's just like everything's connected. And even though each one is an individual, there's similarities there that can be shared and recognized. I'm really hoping our world moves back into a sense of community. I remember being 15, 16 years old, and the world opened up to us because of air travel and jobs being offered in foreign countries. And I thought that was so exciting and so thrilling. And I was like, oh, so many opportunities. But then I realized that people were leaving their communities. When you leave a community, you take away important connections, knowledge. And when you go to a foreign place, you don't have those connections, okay? And now you're left in an environment that's like a vacuum. You've got to learn how to reprocess and rebuild. And I'm not saying it's a horrible thing, but I just felt like that was the decline of our communities. It was the beginning of the communities. Somewhere in there would be probably late 70s, early 80s, okay? That time period. If you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and drop it in the comments. But we've lost our sense of community in the traditional sense where we literally heart-to-heart conversations with each other. Okay, we have a lot of different communities of like-minded people, but we can't just be around like-minded people. We have to have opinions from people that we disagree with so that we know that we're getting all the information that we need for ourselves, okay? That we're not just living with blinders on. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let us see how this is going to end. With the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you know how to leave behind whatever you've been through. It is a reflection of who you are now. Okay? And you always head into a beautiful future. You're moving downhill. Life becomes easier because you had these lessons. Okay, so this is not about regrets or leaving behind things that don't serve you. You can always turn around and look at that lesson and say, now I see. Okay, or if you need a moment in time to remember a person that you cherished, it's right there. All you have to do is take a moment and honor that person. But you don't want to stay here when you've already reached here. You don't want to go back here. Okay? You've had all these other experiences. And you're good at moving past and keep moving forward, growing, okay? Honoring what needs to be honored. And yeah, this is a beautiful message here. I want your house. Where is this located? I will come visit you, please. We need more homes like this where you're really open to the community. And I mean open heart, open minds. Everybody is welcome. There is nobody that will be turned away unless they do harm to somebody else. And then they won't be turned away the first time. Okay? Unless it's devastating harm. But I don't see that happening because the environment, the aura, the energy that is in this place is so positive that even if somebody came in there with ill intent, they would not be able to carry it out. The energy is just too good. The laughter is too loud and fun and contagious. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let us get... Oh, no, before I do that, I'm going to ask you to boop, tickle, tap, like that, or show some love to that like button, please. That's the best way to honor whoever we're focusing on here. Whoever has opened their heart, their soul, their home, their family to others so that they can help them have the same joy and bliss in life needs to be honored. All right, you guys have done great getting us over the 500 mark. What's the max we can get to? What can we get to here? How high can you bring those likes so that we honor these people? And again, you are one of these people because I'm focusing on my lovely, lovely Libras. Cross watchers and channel fans, I don't care what sign you are. If this message resonates with you, because it is not solely Libras, okay? It is not just Libras that are like this. Libras is who I'm focusing on here on this channel, okay? So we want to honor each and every single one of you. All right. And if it's your message, go ahead and claim it. Tell us that you have a warm opening. And were you raised that way? This is the question I want to know. Were you raised in a warm, loving, community, open door house? Or did you not have that and you decided you wanted to offer that to the world? Yeah, I'd love to know the answer to that one. Okay, so drop us a comment. All right, let's go ahead and see what we've got here with the Spirit Animal Oracle messages. Today we have Crow Spirit, card number 17, Co-Create with Spirit. Awesome, love this. Then we have card 64, Oops, Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. Yes, it does. Then we have card 38 here. Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. Absolutely, that's what you do. And then we have card 3 here. Armadillo Spirit, set some healthy boundaries. This definitely ties back into today's message about healthy boundaries. All right, and today's message was, OMG, yet another tower. I love you guys. You're doing well. Don't worry about it. You're doing very well with those towers. These are not harmful towers. I want to point something out here. We have card 3 and then we have card 17, which 1 and 7 is 8. So we have 8 and 3 equals 11. Alignment, doors opening, opportunities coming your way, being tapped into your intuition, your higher power. Okay. And then we have here card 38, which again is 11. So now we have the 4 wands. Okay. 11, 11. So you are in harmony with someone else besides your intuition, besides your higher power. Okay. Besides yourself. So there is somebody here beside you. There's somebody that's coming in or you're dealing with at this time, okay? We have card 64, which adds up to 10. So we have 10, 11, 11. And 10s are about putting our burdens down, letting things go. And this is wasp spirit, okay? Sometimes life stings. Sometimes there's things that we just have to go through and deal with in order to move forward, okay? And Spirit's asking me to read the protection message portion of that, which that says, are you holding on to anger, jealousy, or resentment because you got stung by someone? Or could you have just stung yourself by comparing yourself to others? Ooh, that's a big one right there. I almost did that to myself today. I was watching other YouTube channels and I noticed somebody had 15,000 views and I was like, oh, I only have 5. What are you thinking, Laurie? 4,000 views is awesome. I should not be comparing myself to anybody else. And the fact is, it turns out that person's been doing this a couple of years longer than I have. So they should have 3 times the number of views that I have. I try not to compare myself to others and how they're doing. I do like to see if I'm staying like in the flow of things. And I am definitely staying in the flow. Okay. Not that views are important. It's the messages that come out, but we're all human. We all have that ego that says, oh, how do I compare to this? No, don't worry about that. All right. So there will always be someone else who is more successful, happier, thinner, richer, etc. Jealousy is the false belief that you can't have what you want or someone could take away something that was meant for you. Nope, 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 nope. If it was meant for you, it's meant for you. You will have it. Let go of this idea and release all those feelings that are making the sting hurt long after the stinger has been removed, which means you've dealt with a situation, you've moved on. Don't keep going back there and touching that wound, okay? Leave it alone. Wasp spirit has woken you up, and now you are called to trust that disappointment can lead you to a different and a better path. Align with spirit now, capital S spirit, and trust that this too shall pass and is already doing so. For the pain subsides when you stop telling the story of how much it hurt. Okay? Again, if you're holding on to the past and the negative and the things that happen back here, then you can't be experiencing the good and the fun and the beneficial things here in the now. Okay? And I know I'm preaching to the choir for most of you who have that I'm focusing on and honoring here. Okay? You've got that, but maybe you needed a reminder. Maybe somebody just stung you again. And I'm hearing again. All right, we are going to get an L key oracle message here. Let's see what L key, she who, that's what that means. L key is she who. She who does what today? Let's see, what does she embody? We got 2 cards that just came out together, Hannah and Renee, and they're both of the same color. Okay, we do kind of have a color theme going on here, don't we? All right, so Hannah, she who listens, understanding, witness, and compassion. And then we have she who hopes, Renee, love, hope, and relationships. Let's see what Hannah says first, okay? All right, so I will let you see the card. Hopefully I hold it steady without a glare on there and it's focused. Hannah, she who listens, leans forward so that you can quietly tell her all of your stories, the delight-filled ones, as well as the ones that have a lot of pain in them. She invites you into her tent for privacy. You will not be judged when you sit with her. This is the one person who can take what you need to dish out. In other words, if you need to cry, if you need to be angry, she's the one. You are the one. You are the one that listens. This is you. You are embodying this very, very beautiful energy here. Her colorful clothes reflect, and this can be male or female, okay? Her colorful clothes reflect a spectrum of emotions, and they change according to each person's feelings. Purple is for passion and loyalty and healing. And they change according to each, while the soft gold is for sorrow. Do not fear interruption from this passionate. That was a rewind. Do not fear interruption from this compassionate soul. He or she understands how important it is to be heard. This is their life calling, okay? Making sure the untold stories are brought forth is their mission. They bear witness to all that is. Hannah evokes the meaning compassionate in Hebrew, okay? Hannah calls for you to unburden yourself. There are many ways that we can communicate our stories. Allow a compassionate friend to bear witness to your revelation. You might start a journal where you write everything down. Don't avoid the ugly parts, though, okay? Those are the important parts. In fact, don't ignore them. Don't gloss over the good either. If you feel really good, lay it all out there, okay? Either way, your inside self needs a chance to release. Let those tales be spun. Now, I do want to put a word of caution out there. If you're in a living arrangement where you can't trust the people to stay out of your stuff, do not write stuff down and keep it around. You may want to write it down and release it. Shred it. Whatever. It gets rid of those feelings, okay? What you can focus on right now is trying to answer this question. Who will listen to me without judgment? Okay? They may have advice. If you're asking questions and you're making statements of, I don't know how to do this or whatever, okay? You are asking advice. So be willing to hear that person out. Okay. So who will listen to me without judgment? That's you, okay? That is your energy. That's what you offer the world. All right, Renee, she who hopes. Perches on a bridge to get acquainted with a frog below. Even though she's already kissed a few frogs, she's still willing to give it one more shot. She does not allow past disappointments to keep her from opening up her heart once again. Her crown shows she knows herself to be a queen already. She has no need to be completed by anyone else. However, there is room in her world for a partner who will stand beside her to be supportive of her and to love her. And Renee believes in the sanctity and the power of love. The message of this card is to never give up hope. Your dreams of love are possible, regardless of any history indicating otherwise. When you are able to look back and see how every connection has brought you to the place you are currently in, then you can begin to build your own bridge from loneliness to happiness. When you learn the lessons from the past experiences, that's when the bridge is formed and you can say, oh, now I see why those relationships didn't work, why things didn't go the way I expected it to. Okay? Again, boundaries, that you have to have those healthy boundaries. All right, so your questions can be, what have I learned from past relationships? And really look at those relationships, all relationships, not just romantic partners. How do you deal with every person in your life, okay? And you may find a pattern amongst all of the people, and then you may find a pattern that you have specifically for romantic partners, and then you may find that you have a specific pattern that you have dealing with friends, okay? If you find good patterns with family and friends, translate that into your romantic partnerships, okay? Spirit just asked me to backtrack and read the boundaries. There's something here. There's a specific message somebody, Spirit wants somebody to hear. Okay. Learning to set healthy boundaries is a gift of Armadillo Spirit. You are entering a phase where in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and to co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that may have been okay for you in the past. This also means that you need to learn where you end and where others begin. What is yours to take responsibility for and what is not? Are other people's opinions of you your responsibility to take on? No, that's their opinions, not your opinion. What's your opinion of yourself? That's all that matters. Know what your limits are and understand that it's an empowering choice to say no to that which does not feel right. Okay, so if somebody says something to you and if there's a grain of truth in it, look at it. Okay, if you get, here's something that here's something I learned years ago in psychology. If you react quickly in anger to something somebody just says in passing, there's usually a grain of truth in what they just said. It hit a nerve. It hit a nerve, and that nerve is what you need to be looking at. What did they say? Why did you get upset by that? Okay? What bugged you about that statement? And you're going to find out that there's probably a grain of truth in there. That even though they weren't accusing you of anything at all, they just made a statement. It upsets you. Okay? Or even if they did make a statement to you, it doesn't matter. There's a grain of truth. And once you acknowledge that, that won't bug you anymore. Okay, so we do need to take time to look at ourselves. We aren't taught to do this. So I hope more and more people will do this. Okay, I'm actually going to do something that I think will help all of us. All right, so our Armadillo Spirit is here to tell you it is time to be honest with yourself about what you really want. Be clear on what you are agreeing to. Declare what your needs are. And to say no is a full sentence. No, I'm not interested in doing that. No, I don't have time for doing that, okay? And it's okay to say those things. When you do this, when you respond with no's, okay, with the answer no, it means that you are actually showing respect and kindness to others as well as yourself. Okay, you're respecting the other person. You're not saying, oh yeah, I'll do that, and then you don't do it. Okay, because you didn't want to do it to begin with. It's better to just say, nope, I'm not comfortable with that. Nope, I don't think I can do that. And I'm not talking about a kid telling their parent no. That's not respectful, okay? You have the right to express how you feel about it, but you have to have respect for people too, okay? Yeah, we got to bring respect back into this country. Trust your body's signals and you will know what to do. Armadillo Spirit guides you in making good decisions that are grounded in a strong sense of what belongs to you, what your responsibilities are, and what responsibilities are not yours. Here's the protection message. This can be a tricky time as you may find yourself meshed up with others, overly concerned with how they will take it if you say no, or if you express how you really feel. Do not over-explain. You need to say, no, I'm not comfortable with that. You do not have to tell them why you're uncomfortable. You just have to say, no, I'm not comfortable with that. No, I don't think I'm interested in doing that. You do not have to give an explanation. Please do not give an explanation unless it is to your parent or your guardian or whoever. All right, or the police. If it's the police, then maybe you better explain. I don't see any of you being involved, but all right, let's continue here. Do you feel anxious saying no to someone? So maybe instead you just say, maybe, okay, yeah, even knowing that the outcome will not be in your best interest. Do you feel like it's your job to stop someone from facing their challenges? Instead, you might take on their responsibilities, rescuing them, instead of giving them the freedom to learn their lessons their way. Okay, so that goes both ways. Parents have to respect elder children. Okay, we may not like everything that they do in life. Our parents didn't like everything we did. We have to understand we're all individuals. We get to make our own decisions once we're out of our parents' house. Okay? And we have to respect their decisions. We may not agree with it, but we have to respect their choices, and we have to let them go through it. If they ask your advice and they don't take it, that's on them. You did the best you could. Let it go, okay? All right, I'm going to reread that. You might take on their responsibilities, trying to rescue them instead of giving them the freedom to learn their lessons their way. Perhaps you feel that if they only knew how much you cared, they would change and then all would be well. Doesn't work that way. They know you love them. Armadillo Spirit asks you to be honest with yourself and others, no matter how difficult that may be or how much you may fear losing someone or something. Face your fear, tell the truth, set your boundaries, and stand by them. You will be amazed at the miracles that actually happen when you let Armadillo Spirit protect you from taking on too much, becoming a people pleaser, and losing your integrity. Another message of protection from Armadillo Spirit is to sit back and relax, live and let live. If you or someone else is being defensive, you are being called to take a step back and trust in Spirit's plan. Okay, so we all get this way, but it's a great thing to sit there and say, why am I feeling defensive? And then the next time that type of situation comes up, you won't feel defensive because you will have dealt with it in the past. All right, Spirit wants to give you, another spirit animal oracle message, or 2, or 3, or 4, whatever comes out. Hey guys, I don't know if I mentioned it, but would you please give Boop Tickle? I did. So thank you. If you're interested in subscribing to the channel, please go ahead and do so. We have an awesome community here. We like to lift each other up. The best way to lift someone up when you're not sure what to say is, I heard what you said. My heart goes out to you. That's all you have to say, okay? You don't have to do anything else other than say, I heard you. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, my heart goes out to you, That's all you have to say. People appreciate just being heard. All right. So, if you are interested in personal readings or anything else about this channel, you can check the description box. I do have a limited website that I am working on. I would like to build that out. I'm trying to find time to do the 15,000 things that I want to do. All right. And part of those 15,000 things is about filling my own personal cup of love. Okay. So I'm making time for myself. Ram, perseverance. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you are able to reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will always follow. And good luck will follow. Okay. And we have Hummingbird. Didn't I say you were creating your own miracles, or was that in the, yeah, that was in the daily reading. Okay. Hummingbird, miracles. You are the joy bringer, right over the center card here. I love this. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracles of happiness. And you absolutely do. And look, it's bird energy, hummingbird over the sparrow. Love that. That is beautiful. That's just reaffirmation. Reconfirmation. I know I'm saying words that are not real. Oh, and by the way, anyone listening to this, do not worry about the spellings of your words, okay? There are much bigger things in life to worry about than the way you spell a word. And that goes for a lot of you, because I do it too. I used to be so concerned about spelling every single word perfectly. We get what you mean. Okay, do the best you can. If you misspell a word, it's not the end of the world. All right, I love you guys. You know that, right? You know I love you. Bison, abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness, please. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. I love that. I absolutely love that. Guidance, protection, asking for help from others when we need it. Oh, and on the bottom we have dragonfly, magic. I embrace my transformations. I courageously let go of the past. Here you are. The magic of nature is inside me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. I know I am. I am, and I am thankful, grateful, blessed. All right, my lovely, lovely Libras, Crosswatchers, channel fans. I recognize you. I honor you. I love this. We need more homes that open themselves up to this sense of community. We need to build this stronger community. Anyways, I love you guys to pieces. Until our energy crosses again, I'm wishing you much peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye.